For postseason qualification. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. And we look at Philadelphia. And a win here keeps them at that 7th seed.
And avoiding an even scarier prospect in the subsequent game. The loser there eliminated from playoff participation. So a lot is riding on this outcome.
Putting that pass right in his stride, didn't have to slow up, and was able to complete the play.
And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Here's Bane. Magic moving the ball around. That's good from Suggs on the assist from Wagner.
Yeah, finessing his way around down low. Suggs found an opening for the score.
And there it is for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Pass to Suggs. Looking for George. He gets it there. And now Philadelphia on the break. Maxey passes to Barlow. In the corner, George with it. Lets it go with a 3. Buries it from three-point range.
And what a smooth three-point shot. George has worked hard to develop that stroke.
And this Magic team, Greg, hangs its hat on size, on switchability, and toughness.
Yeah, they contest everything and play with real discipline. For a young group, that is uncommon, and it's a big reason they've taken the lead. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And Philadelphia making a change here. Grimes is checked in. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Here's Suggs. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Yeah, staying committed inside. Suggs takes the contact but gets it to go.
And that one's good. Maxey.
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
And Carroll.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
76ers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And for over a decade in the NBA, Greg, Paul George was as scary a wing as you'd find.
Man, a two-way terror with elite size and athleticism. The Sixers paid him hoping for more of the same. But can he hold off Father Time?
Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Pass to Embiid. Now Grimes. He's defended by Wagner. Grimes with the bucket.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And a wide open look for Bane. It's good from long range.
Well, when a 3 goes in on the other end, Bane really wants to answer with his own play.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. So, Stan, I'll ask you, what about Desmond Bane stands out to you the most?
Kevin, I would say what stands out the most is how this guy has improved and added to his offensive game. Came into the league as basically a shooter, but now he has added playmaking and shot creation to his game. He can put the ball on the floor, take it to the basket and finish, or set up his teammates.
From deep, and the 3 ball is good. Maxey's got 8.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's ready to talk things through with them. the 76ers with some changes. Bonus checked in, and Jabari Walker subbed in for Paul George. Mo Wagner's checked in for the Magic. Paolo Banchero comes in for Bane.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks, and that one is good.
Yeah, it's showing some force inside. Wagner making sure he gets his.
Here's Grimes, and he makes good on the layup. Grimes has got his second basket of the game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint. And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. 76ers lead by 9. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And welcome for the second quarter of this critical play-in game. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the 76ers?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Oh, man, their mid-range jumper also has been on fire. Tough to beat a group of guys shooting with that much confidence.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Joel Embiid is trying to stay on the court, and to that end, he's lost weight and he's embraced wearing a knee brace. He said, "It's the right thing to do, giving me the support for the rest of my career. It may not look as good as it used to, with the jab or the pull-up and all of that stuff, but it'll still work." Back to you.
You got it, trying to stay healthy. Thanks a lot, Allie. Bangs home the trifecta. Oubre's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, the Sixers are one of the more high-variance teams in the league. With their star veterans in PG and Embiid fully healthy, they have a chance to win the East. Without, they'll need to lean heavily on their promising young players.
They're plenty talented. Thank you, Shams.
I love the response from Lowry. When you drain a three on him, this guy's coming right back at you. And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. George is checked in for Trendon Watford. Edgecombe comes in for Kelly Oubre. And Maxey subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Embiid. This is where Embiid wants the ball.
Looming large on the interior. Embiid, hard to deny.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. The Magic making a switch here. Baines checked in.
Number 3, Desmond Bane.
The Magic trail by 12. Here's Suggs. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Off the bounce, Suggs showing his athleticism.
And they double up Embiid. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Orlando, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Suggs finds Wagner. It's good. Wagner's got it back down to single digits for Orlando.
Well, that's a smart pass in close quarters.
Suggs looking around. Hits it from three-point range. Suggs has got 9 points.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Some changes for Philadelphia. Bonus checked in, and Kelly Oubre subbed in for Quentin Grimes. Here's Maxey. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Offensively, Maxey can be such a problem. He attacks you with that relentless energy.
Wagner wide open. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Suggs kicks to Bane. Here's Banchero. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 13 points for Paolo Banchero.
And Banchero is putting it all together, capable of scoring from all 3 levels.
Oubre, no one around him. Hits the 3-point bomb. And the 76ers lead by 5. Here's Wagner. In the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Good on the bucket. 15 points in the game.
Nice read by Maxey. Sees it, hits it, done.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Banchero makes it off the glass.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
A shot by George, wide open. Another 3 for Philadelphia. George against Banchero. Pass to Wagner. On the wing, Bane. With 1 on the clock. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We come back right after this.
First half of this postseason contest, and it hasn't been a great game so far for the Orlando Magic.
You love to see this kind of chemistry. It's like our chemistry on the set. Everyone knows this rink.
You know what, Ernie, for once.
Taking a look at the situation for the Philadelphia 76ers. With the lead they hold in this game, Shaq, the 7th seed within reach.
Can't feel that good about.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And welcome to the second half of this high-stakes play-in clash. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top 4 generals of all time. The guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow, if we're talking traditional point guards, I mean, I gotta go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson. Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities. Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
And holding nothing back there, George gives the dunk his all.
Suggs passes to Bane. Wagner from long range. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Well, that's basically a warm-up 3 for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
And with the goal of improving offensively, Stan, the Magic have made some moves.
Well, this is a team that hasn't been inclined to make many trades in the past. But with the young star talent they possess, comes the urgency to win now. Well, one thing you like about Jalen Suggs is this guy's a hard worker. You see that on the court, and you see it off in the way he's continued to work on his game.
Quentin Grimes is checked in for the 76ers.
Well, you see why teams try to avoid fouling him. You're basically giving away points.
Well, Greg, we know it is Pete. Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds and move like he did, not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. It's Grimes on the wing. From past the arc. Rebound by the Magic. To the paint. George with the steal. Fires the three. Knocks down the three ball. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
A ferocious player in transition. George takes full advantage of the fast break when given the opportunity.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Carter, he's checked in for Suggs. The Magic trail by 7. Here's Carter. And good that time. Carter's got his first points of the game.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
It's Grimes on the wing. Pass to Edgecombe. A three from George. Another three for Philadelphia.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc. Well, we know what kind of scorer he is, but he could use a little help.
Maxey attacking. Count it. Maxey's got 17.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
Bane kicks to Carter. Wagner from long range. Rebound by the 76ers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. 41 seconds left here in the third quarter. Embiid, no good. And so it's Bane who brings up the ball for the Magic. 8-point game. Gets a hand on it. A nice shot by Carter.
Well, he's just so strong on the glass. This guy Carter has the capability of being a double-double guy.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Bonus checked in. Kelly Oubre comes in for George. Edwards, he's checked in for Maxey. And Terry's subbed in for Edgecombe. Oubre, count that one. He's got 8.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
And it's tonight. Here's Grimes. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards. And now it's a 10-point Philadelphia lead.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Philadelphia 76ers. He's been a major threat from three-point. And thanks for joining us for this fourth quarter of this play-in game. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Here's Grimes, banked in off the glass. Grimes has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Philadelphia.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
That one is good from Joel Embiid. 16 points for Joel Embiid.
Domination, plain and simple. Embiid isn't holding back and is giving the defense all he's got.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Here's Grimes. Sinks the triple.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. He said to them, "You guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now."
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you.
Well, look, everyone likes a flush. Carter Jr. showing his force.
The 76ers leading by 9. Maxey with it. Picked up by Suggs. Embiid. Another shot. And he figures it out with the lay-in.
Well, that's a great effort. Unwilling to let that possession die.
Suggs. The three goes down.
Well, we saw Suggs' ability to take over games at the collegiate level, doing the same here in the NBA.
George fires, and they come back with a three of their own.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast.
The previous play is under review.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Outside, Suggs launches it. Cleared away by George. The 76ers leading by 11. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there, then continuing to press the advantage.
And down goes the three.
Something Wagner continues to work on. It's huge when he's connecting from outside. Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
And for such a young team, pretty impressive how well the Magic defend.
And that's their identity. They are elite at that end of the floor, and they force turnovers at a really high clip.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Philadelphia's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Embiid with it. Defended now by Wagner. It's in there.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the 76ers.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
All right, Greg, feeling like a done deal. The 7th seed coming in here and taking command of this game.
And I would guess they're breathing a sigh of relief right now. Couldn't avoid the play-in tournament, having barely missed out on automatic qualification for the playoffs.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for George.
And how about his defense in this one? He was just wreaking havoc and racking up the steals. Really tremendous effort on that end.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. they're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
And it's just competing. And, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
No good from 3. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
And get the 3. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Doesn't get that one. Edwards into the lane. Good! Lays it right in there. Denial. And that's it, folks. The Philadelphia 76ers have won. And what a performance here in this play-in tournament. Coming in tonight and playing as a unit to lock in the 7th seed in the first round of the NBA playoffs.
It's really a testament to this team's work ethic. They just never gave up, never stopped believing in one another, and that's why they came away victorious.
All right, Greg, that'll do it for this one. You got to